It is time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is a double feature where two segments are combined into one episode. And now, here's the host of the show, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 1539 of the show. This is a very, this is going to be a Shenanigan double feature where I decided to do two episodes in one time, two segments in one video, and I figured, because we have a lot to cover, a lot of things happening. If the rain decides to hold up and stuff, I'll probably go back to the park for more Wayland City Festival. I'll report. There's supposed to be a couple of wrestling shows on, so I'm hoping, weather permitting, that would happen. So what I'm going to do is speaking of wrestling reports, I got a couple of wrestling reports I'm going to do. First one I'm going to do is for SmackDown NXT LVL UP, and then I'm going to do the AEW Rampage. It'll be a Friday night special, so aka last night. So forgive my appearance. It's been a rough weekend, but I'm going to bounce back. I know I can. So here's the deal. Tiffany Stratton, who just won the money. This is the fallout from Money in the Bank, by the way. Just to let you know. Tiffany Stratton won the Money in the Bank, kicking off SmackDown, and she basically warned Liv Morgan, warned Bayley, and warned Roxanne Perez, because she can cash in that Money in the Bank at anybody at any time. So it all depends on what her strategy and what her state of mind is. Bayley interrupts Tiffany Stratton, and basically the two were talking trash to each other until Nia Jax, who came out. Remember, she wins by virtue of her winning the Queen in the Ring tournament. She gets a shot at SummerSlam. So, so Nia Jax is talking trash to Bayley, and now people want to know what the heck is going on with this BBL stuff. I had to look that up, what that meant. So I say, okay, basically it's Brazilian butt lift. Don't know why. Everybody's making a big deal of it online, but it looks like the trash talking, and then continued, and Bayley threw the first punch at Nia Jax, and then her and Tiffany Stratton attacked Bayley until Michin, who was supposed to have has her match against Nia Jax up, when after both Stratton and Jax with the kendo stick, and they had the matchup, and Nia Jax won. Bayley decided to attack Bayley went to go attack Nia Jax, and then Tiffany Stratton attacked her with her briefcase, and she was thinking about cashing in until Nia Jax caught her. And basically, let's go, let's leave. And then Sol Sikoa addresses Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Paul Heyman. And Sol Sikoa says that everybody's going to acknowledge him. So Byron Saxton had to sit down with interviewing Andrade after losing out in the Money in the Bank. What's next? Carmelo Hayes disrespected and interrupted the interview, and then Andrade says, ask me the question again. What's next for Andrade? Him. He was pointing at Carmelo Hayes. So, so Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews teaming up for the very first time against Legado del Fantasma's Angel Garza and Roberto Carrillo. And during the matchup, Elektra Lopez distracted the referee. Santos Escobar got involved as well, giving Legado del Fantasma the victory over over the team of Crews and Corbin. And Chelsea Green, who had a special bedazzled neck brace after she went to a table, courtesy of Tiffany Stratton at Money in the Bank, and Piper Niven was reading some weird book on how to run a cult. I don't know, she's trying to look into what's going on inside the mind of her friend Nikki Cross or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. So, anyways, Pretty Deadly interrupts them and says, we're here to talk to Mr. Aldis about our musical, and they go get in line. Meanwhile, LA Knight comes out of the office and tells Green that Aldis is busy. And Randy Orton talks to Cody Rhodes. And he says, listen, I got your back, but I'm one of these. There'll be a lot of people are coming after that, though, afterwards. And like Randy Orton wants to go after Cody Rhodes. LA Knight addresses the Worcester crowd about Logan Paul. And basically has a contract for the United States title at SummerSlam. It said Nick Aldis' name is on it. It's like, LA Knight's name is on it, but they're looking for Logan Paul. Naomi went one-on-one with a newcomer, Blair Davenport, and Naomi did end up winning the matchup. And then in the back, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair were greeting Naomi with a celebration, and Davenport interrupts the whole thing, but then ends up shaking hands with Naomi, saying that the better person won, and then Grady and Niven kind of complained to Naomi, and then Naomi got blindsided by Blair Davenport from behind. Tag team title rematch happened DIY versus A-Town Down Under. DIY ended up retaining the titles, but then while Austin Theory and Grayson Waller argued, Grayson Waller ran away because Jacob Fatu blindsided Austin Theory. And then he attacked DIY. And the Bloodline addresses the Worcester crowd, wanting Cody Rhodes to acknowledge him. Cody Rhodes interrupts Sikoa and decided, well, you know how this is going to end. I'd rather fight you. And then the Bloodline was attacking Cody Rhodes. Orton comes to Rhodes' rescue, but the Bloodline destroys him, puts him to a table. So, I think and with Kevin Owens being with his family and all. So that's how it is. So that's how SmackDown ends. Level Up, Malik Blade went one-on-one with Mr. Picket Fence himself, Cutler James. And Malik Blade ended up winning that matchup. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Hank Walker and Tank Ledger about their opponents, Dion Lennox and Uriah Connors. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, Byron Saxton did interview Chelsea Green and Piper Niven about Chelsea Green wanting a women's title shot, as usual, during the SmackDown show. Newcomer Layla Diggs took on Tatum Paxley one-on-one. Paxley ended up winning the matchup. She's formed some kind of alliance with Wendy Chu, and that's going to be an interesting alliance in the weeks to come. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Uriah Connors and Dion Lennox about their matchup against Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. They had that matchup, and Hank and Tank ended up winning the match. So, that is it for the SmackDown NXT Level Up Fallout for Money in the Bank. And let's talk about what happened on Rampage last night. The Kings of the Black Throne took on the Premier Athletes Aria Davari and Tony Nese. And the Kings of the Black Throne won the match despite them cheating, despite the Premier Athletes just cheating by using a clipboard, excuse me, to win the match. Kyle O'Reilly joined on commentary in the next matchup as Roderick Strong took on Ben Bishop, whom we seen on the Grimm's Toy Show YouTube channel, on the Silly Super Pop channel when he part of GTS. He was part of the Memphis Wrestling as well. And Roderick Strong came out, and the conglomeration, that's the team of Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy staring down the Undisputed Kingdom. Deonna Purrazzo was talking about the promo on the women's division, how it's the age of the virtuosa. There's a high-flying four-way matchup, Rey Fenix versus Angelico, Commander, and AR Fox. And Rey Fenix ended up winning that matchup. Renee Paquette interviews Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho still acting like this condescending jerk that he is. He took out Hook by burning his face. He took out Katsuyori Shibata, and he took out Samoa Joe. I think you don't want to make Samoa Joe angry, Mr. Jericho. Tag action. Women's action. Ronda Rousey took on Rachel Ellering, and Rosa ended up winning the matchup. And as the two were shaking hands in sportsmanship, Perazzo both attacked Ellering and Rosa after the matchup. Ellering tried to fight back against Deonna Purrazzo, but ended up getting laid out by the Virtuosa. Trios matchup. Top Flight and Action Andretti took on the team of the Shane Taylor Promotions, Anthony Ogogo, Lee Moriarty, Mr. Tiger Style, and Shane Taylor himself. And STP has won the matchup. So, that is all the time we have on the show for episode 1539, the Shenanigan Double Feature, number 5. And in this case, all about the wrestling show, the fallout from Money in the Bank Part 2 with SmackDown NXT Level Up and AEW Rampage. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to the show, and hope to see you on the next episode. Well, I'll do my Card Sharks episode, and I got a package from eBay that I will open up. So, thank you for tuning in, and until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.